This is Arya, and he's a flashy entrepreneur and business owner. And in his own words,
27-year-old, good-looking guy.
but Arya has a problem that most people would love.
Just finished the year doing 1.3, and this year my goal is to do 2 million in revenue.
We sat down to talk strategy, finances, and business.
I'm trying to put them all out of business. I'm trying to be the number one.
But he had an answer for everything I had to say.
You got 1-star reviews. It was Tom, and he said one of the
That's a
engineers.
fake review.
So I called his bluff, literally.
How confident are you if I ring them up, they're going to deliver?
Very confident, yeah.
What sort of units do you have? What makes do you deal with? You don't need to say nothing else. There's a thin line between arrogance and confidence. Not every business is sexy, but not every sexy business makes money. It's time to give them some food for thought. I'm at the Banc Brasserie in Enfield.
Time for the starters.
Introduce yourself and tell me about your business.
My name's Arya, 27 years old, based in Northwest London. I have an air conditioning and refrigeration business that I started with my dad 5 years ago. And literally, built it up. We've got 10 people working now, just finished the year doing 1.3. And this year, my goal is to do 2 million in revenue.
Short and sweet and very, very quick.
Yeah.
You threw numbers in there straight away, didn't you?
I'm doing okay, but there's levels to the game. Hopefully, with your advice, I can get to that next step.
Okay, and what are you here for today?
Seeing what you've done with Yiannimize, it's amazing. So I just want to pick your brain, see where you think I can improve on my business and see where I can go to that next level as well.
So, been doing the business 5 years.
Yeah.
27 years old. You started at 22. Do you start it yourself or with your dad?
Same time, literally.
Together as a partnership.
So context, he was working for McDonald's for 5 years as an engineer. McDonald's have fridges, freezers, walk-in freezers, aircon units, right?
Yeah.
Just like as you see in the shop, there's 2 free aircon units. They have fridges in the back, ice machine. My dad was handling 10 branches for one franchise owner. But then lockdown came and he put him on furlough. And during furlough, he was just being a bit disrespectful, telling him to come into work while he's on that suspended pay as well, right?
Right.
So a good 10 months during that 2020 period, I was telling him, let's start together. Obviously, whilst he working at McDonald's as well, we were doing jobs on the side as well. September 2020 comes, and that's when we pulled the plug together, and we started Banc Refrigeration. That was our name at the time.
Did you know the industry?
No, nothing. I didn't know business or the industry as well.
Do you know the industry now?
A lot better, yeah, of course.
So can you do the aircon?
No, I don't do the installs, but I go out, and I literally just came back from a survey now. Customer approved the quote, 35 grand. So I went and done the site visit for the house. When I started with him, I said I'll work on the marketing, the branding, the website, everything you can imagine under the belt that he wouldn't be able to do, all the invoicing, the quotations, ordering the parts and materials. That was my role at the start.
Right, and that's at 22 years old.
22.
How did you learn to do all of that?
Literally through just hard work, YouTube, podcasts, reading books, everything like that. I decided I didn't even know how to invoice. I was invoicing with Microsoft Word. Myself. When I found out about QuickBooks, I'll never forget, I was on my couch, I was like, oh, like, this is gold. Like, I don't need to do Microsoft Word invoicing it because Microsoft Word, you can't track it, right? You send one email, it was a headache. Even the business itself, I didn't know anything. My dad used to get on to me for like 2-3 years, like in the rain, he was like, like that means this kid doesn't know anything. He used to call me a kid and said, oh, he doesn't know anything. I need someone that knows the job. Because he used to think that the person in the office needs to know everything about the industry and this and that. But it's not true. My skill set was a bit different. I used to work on the website, getting the reviews in, getting sales in.
Are you fitting aircon to a place like a restaurant?
Aircon for commercial and residential.
Okay.
Refrigeration for commercial only. So commercial will be McDonald's, a bar, restaurant, nightclub. We've got some of the best. We had the Eden Lounge recently that we done as well.
Right.
All the aircon and refrigeration there.
And you've got 10 people that work for you?
10 people.
Does that include your dad?
Including my dad still.
And is your dad still on the tools?
He's still on the tools, yes.
Okay.
He loves working, so.
And what do you do, send out 2 people?
2 people.
To a job?
2 people to a job.
Okay. And your day-to-day is growing the business?
So I've got 2 in the office.
Right. So you got salespeople as well?
No, so I just literally had to give notice to one, so not anymore.
Why?
His conversion rate wasn't the best, right? He was getting a lot of inquiries in, but he wasn't converting the way I would convert. And I was not putting as much effort as him in, and I was converting at a higher rate.
So do you put that down to him, or do you put that down to training that you haven't trained him to the level he needs to be at?
I think it's both.
Right.
This is my first time being in a new role, to be fair. More of like a general manager role where I have to try train people and oversee operate. Because before I was doing, as I said, what my brother was doing. I was doing the sales role, I was managing the day-to-day, all that type of stuff. Now that I've delegated it, now my position's kind of overseeing everything, just making sure it's flowing well, training my staff, working on new systems, working on the marketing and all that type of stuff. So
You seem to be doing a lot of stuff. So you're dealing with the sales. So if a phone call comes in, you're taking that call and you're trying to close.
office admin takes the call.
Yeah.
They book in the survey. Then I will go out and do the survey like I just done today.
Right.
Visit the client. Then I'll send over the details for my office person, Gerald, who's my assistant as well, to prepare the quotation, send it out to the client. Even he will follow up with the client as well.
How busy are your team on a day-to-day basis? Are they always busy?
Always busy, yeah. Fine. It was never like this though. Once I got my marketing dialed in, it got like this.
How did you market the business?
My 4th year, the best decision I made was going into air conditioning and making that my primary source of income, right?
Yeah.
Before it was just ice machines. So what we used to do before was have listings on eBay and sell secondhand ice machines where we used to buy from shops or wherever, eBay and auction and stuff like that, fix them up, sell them on. But in my 4th year, I said, let me go on aircon. Aircon's the future. It's the market that everyone wants to get into as well. And that's when I started building. But I didn't have a marketing system dialed in. I wasn't running any paid ads. I wasn't running any Facebook ads. I wasn't running any Google ads or nothing at all, right? And when I did try to run it, it was extortionately expensive because the agencies that I was using, they weren't running it properly and they weren't creating the proper landing pages to bring down my cost per click and stuff like that. So until I found an agency called We Build Trades, I always shout them out. They helped me out a lot. They fixed my website, my landing pages, they fixed my ads, and then they went live last year, March. That's when I had my best year. So
in your initial introduction, you threw out 1.3 million, 2 million next year. So 1.3 million, is that turnover?
Yep.
Okay, what's your profit on that?
20%.
What, across the board?
Yep.
Varies, or is that usually?
We charge a high, we're more of a premium player in the game, so it might even be a bit higher than that, but obviously the numbers on paper, they're not 20%, but...
20% profit, yeah? And you turned over 1.3 last year.
Yep.
Was that your best year?
That was my best year, but we done a million.
Which is year 5.
By the way, we done a million between March and September, because that's when my ads started running.
Is that when your ads started running, or is that because it's the time of the year and
No,
it's hot?
my ads started running.
Because I can't imagine a lot of people wanting aircon in November and December.
They do want it. I was busy this year.
You're putting that down to your marketing.
Spot on. So my turnovers, yeah, right? First year 150, second year 450, third year 550, last year 2024, or 2 years ago, 900, and then last year was 1.3. But I done the 1.3, 1 million between March and September. That's when my marketing got dialed in and switched on. That's when I started to book out 3 vans on the road, right? Fully with installs.
How much are you spending on marketing a week or a month?
In summer, we're probably spending 8K a month.
Yeah.
Probably now like 5.
Is that coming off your 20%, or is that still allowing you your 20% profit?
No, 20% profit.
Even with spending
My
8K
overheads
a
right
month?
now per month are between 30 to 40K a month.
30 to 40K. Where's that 10K variable?
Marketing, for example.
Okay, fine.
Marketing. And then other engineers coming in as well.
What is your biggest costs per month?
Labour, 22 grand a month.
22K a month. And then obviously your PAYE
Yeah.
and everything else on top. How important do you think turnover is?
I think if you run a business well, right? I think a lot of people throw turnover, but then they might have a 1% profit margin, right? So it's just more of a vanity number. But obviously with my case...
Lovely. I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, service-based business, everyone knows, it's one of the hardest, if not the hardest industry to be profitable, right? I have a lot of guys in my industry that charge cheap peanuts that they can't afford to grow. But I'm thankful to be in a position, I grew a good brand, got the highest reviews on Google, I've got a beautiful website, I've got a beautiful team, everything's dialed in, I've got all my systems, my CRM systems, everything all dialed in. We still got a lot to work to prove on and stuff, but pretty much everything's dialed in better than 99% of the industry, so I'm able to charge those premium rates.
That's a big statement, better than 99% of the industry.
Absolutely, I pride myself.
Big statement. Why are you better than 99% of the industry?
From the moment that they see us on an ad, or they see our website, or they see our reviews, to the moment they get in touch, how quickly we send the quotation out to them, and then how we follow up with them, how the boys and engineers come and do the job, how cleanly respectful they are. The whole sales process, A to Z, I make sure that we're the best at it, and that's what my mum's always prided me on. Just do everything you touch on, be the best at it. So it's from my rebrand. I paid 20 grand for my rebrand. Why? Because I went to the best agency in America who specializes in service-based businesses for the rebrand. I spent 10K on my new website because I went to We Build Trades because they were the best in my industry for running ads and all this type of stuff. So I said, I want to go to them. I'll always go to the best, and it's the same principle I've applied in my business. Like, if we do everything to the highest levels, and customers say that ourselves, we've got 4.9 stars on Google, 268 reviews. And if you read the reviews, you'll see customers from the whole sale process, from A to Z, they say it's the best. So a lot of guys in my industry, they're still on the tools, answering the phone calls. They're not respectful. They're not courteous. It's all over the place, basically, right? I've gone off the American business model, right? America, they're dialed in, basically.
Their customer service is on point. I know 3 friends of mine that own aircon businesses. 2 of them are absolute whales. They are monsters. One of them does the Yiannimize Grand Tour. I know the markup and the money you can make because I see their houses, I see their cars, I see their lifestyle, I see their holidays, and I'm like, this is serious business.
Arya speaks confidently about his business, his staff, and the quality of their work. Later on, when I call his company, I'll find out if everything is as cool as he says it is, or is he just blowing hot air?
So you spend around 8K a month on ads.
5 to 8, yeah.
5 to 8K.
Yeah.
What other way could you get customers in without having to spend that to save yourself money?
Social media, which is what I'm trying to double down on this year. There's a company that I paid for the coaching I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Viral Coach. They're the #1 guys in the social media space. They've done it for thousands of service-based businesses. So they'll show you the formula and everything. It's short-form strategy to get you as many leads as possible through TikTok and Instagram. So I'm literally got my onboarding call with them later today. So hopefully in 6 months' time, we'll see the difference.
So I've looked at your YouTube and I've seen you driving around talking about your business, trying to give advice. I've also seen you go to A Jewelers and buy a chain. So the social media side, is it for the business or is it for you personally to try and grow your own personal brand and maybe become a face, famous? Where are we at with that?
The personal and the business is completely separate, right? That social media stuff I was mentioning just before, that will be all for the Debonair YouTube channel. That won't be on my personal page or nothing.
Okay.
So Arya, Tupchi and Debonair is completely separate. The YouTube channel I have now is just for myself, basically, just to have a bit of fun, because my industry is quite boring, if I'm honest with you. At least with wrapping cars, it's a bit, the clientele you have, the cars you see is quite insane, but end of the day, my business is just bricks and mortars. The
visual's not sexy like a car.
It's not sexy. It's not sexy. Time and time again as well. Like I just think about switching businesses, but I stick to it, right? I watch Alex on Mose, and even what you just said now, you've had guys in my space that are making. That have made serious money. That gives me a kind of sense of relief. You know what? Just keep going, or just keep going. Like you'll have that one day. So.
What's the aim though? What's the aim? Because you're saying about switching businesses.
No. I don't do it.
But you're thinking about it because you're like, it's a bit boring.
I never pull the plug.
Okay, but do we want a sexy business that makes an okay income, or do we want a business that can grow and be an absolute beast out there, but it's not sexy, but it makes money?
I mean that's better, right? And it runs for itself. That's my goal, right? End of the day, I want to retire my pops. That's my pops. My mum don't work, but both now. I just want to give them that financial freedom, security. I feel like a bit of both would have been nice, but I'd rather pick. If I had to pick one, obviously it'd be that business, which I'm trying to build now, right?
So when I look at your YouTube, your biggest videos, I bought my GLE.
Yeah.
That's your biggest, around 22,000.
Yeah.
The rest of your videos are 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, give or take. So we know the social media size for Debonair, we know why we're doing that. Trying to grow the brand.
Spend less on ads,
more
if anything.
Customers.
Yep.
The personal side?
That's just for fun, if I'm honest with you, just get a name out there as well. I feel like I'm in a unique space, right? I don't think there's many, if any guys in my, that are similar age to me that are growing a service-based business, so it's quite unique. It's just to shine some light, You can make money in multiple different ways. It doesn't need to be the shiny, what they call it, shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
Right? You don't need to go for you could do it in air conditioning space. You can still have some fun. You can buy a nice car, you can buy a nice chain, you can have a good life just doing a boring service-based business like I've done, right? That personal brand is more just to have some fun with it for myself. Just see where it goes, maybe I meet people like yourself along the way and stuff, so yeah.
Okay, you mentioned your dad. So your dad is still on the tools?
Yeah.
And you want to retire him?
Yeah. Well, I don't think he wants to retire, but just...
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So you'd like to be in a position where you can, or he can choose his hours that he wants to work. Should we say that? Yeah? Because that way then he can just dip in and out as and when he feels to, rather than feeling like he has to go to work Monday to Friday. Yeah? Other ways to get customers. So, you mentioned social media. How much recommendations do you get from customers that you've worked with?
We get quite a few, to be fair. I got a meeting on Monday with someone, do you know Go High Level, the software? It's a sales and pipeline marketing software, and every time you move someone through the pipeline, there's automations in the background that are going on. So one of the automations I'm actually working on is a referral system for clients. So when the installation is done, they get like a £100 gift card from Selfridges.
Okay, that's nice. How well do you know your business and your industry?
In terms of how...
With regards to the product, the air conditioning product, the pricing, how it's installed?
90%.
Yeah, you're that confident?
Yeah. Remember, I've done this business without no air conditioning or refrigeration background. I haven't gone college or nothing like that. And I have no business acumen as well. I've had to learn both of this at the same time while trying to grow the business and this and that. So
The reason I asked that is, so I've looked at your reviews. You've got some incredible reviews.
I appreciate it.
You are really high up on the reviews. I always look for the 1-star reviews.
They're fake, those ones. But yeah.
So I like to see what people say. So I can see you had one that tried to come at you and you were like, mate, you're from another air conditioning, don't try it, okay? Fair enough. I've seen it, I've had it, I know what people are like. There was one review though,
Yep.
and this was an interesting one, yeah? Where it said...
There's only one general review that was below 5 stars and her name was Valentina, right? I mean, if that's the review, then obviously we could speak on that.
No, it wasn't. It was Tom. And he said, one of the engineers, Arya, who also seemed to be the owner of the business, came to quote us.
That's a fake review.
And at some point, I just felt like he had no idea what he was talking about. That he made us wait while he asked for advice. And then obviously I looked at the bottom and you're like, your name is not on our system. I see you're very quick to respond to people as well. And I don't want to say justify yourself, because sometimes you don't need to justify yourself when it's not true. How do you handle this sort of stuff? Because you're saying that's a fake review and that person's not even on your system.
No, that one, okay, so there was 3 fake reviews that were left with us last year, 2025. And the reason for that was, I think it's just pure down to racism. Basically, Google local service ads, right?
Yeah.
So Google has a software where you can run ads, right?
Yeah.
They had a hack, basically, right?
Yeah.
And I was part of the hack. A lot of air conditioning guys were part of the hack, right? So what happened is within like 2 minutes, everyone got spammed with like 40, 50 calls, right? And I've got this screenshots and everything still on my system. But the people in the air conditioning refrigeration group chat, right, thought it was from me. Why? Because the names were Iranian and Persian names, right? So they thought I had set up this system, right, to hack everyone, for them to spend £160, £200, right, on fake calls and fake names and fake leads to come through, right? And then obviously, because the names are Iranian and I'm the only Iranian in the group chat, they thought it was me. So what happened? 2, 3 of the guys were like, oh, like, this is unacceptable, this and that. I tried to explain. I said, I've gone through this myself. I've got the screenshots. I sent it to you guys as well, whatever. So 2, 3 of them hold like a little grudge, and they just sent out the fake reviews.
This industry is it's a big industry. Do you feel everyone knows everyone?
No.
Okay, so do you speak to anyone else in this industry that does what you do?
Only my subcontractors.
Okay, do you have relationships with any other companies?
No.
So is it every man for themselves?
Every man for themselves, basically, this industry, yeah.
So it's cutthroat business?
It is a cutthroat business, absolutely, yeah.
So there's no friendship here?
Not really, no. Maybe your subcontractors, you might have like a good relationship and friendship with. Like my subcontractor, I always give him work. Always. His name's David, really good engineer, proper, amazing engineer. Always give him work because he always helps me out. I give him a call, David, what do you think? Always help him out. But everyone else, basically, each man for themselves. Why do you think I double down on my marketing, my reviews, and all of this? Because I'm trying to put them all out of business. I'm trying to be the #1 guy. Why do you think I'm doubling down on the social media this year? Once I take over that social media space and I'm the face of aircon, and these guys can't compete because they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, while you got a 27-year-old good-looking guy that, you know, from the ends and everything like that. Yeah, you have all of this compete, like they can't. You know, I'm trying to take all their business, so I'm coming for all of them.
Okay, someone that's 40, 50, 60. Someone at 40 is still really hungry, and at 50 doesn't necessarily mean that you're at 27 because they're going to have more experience than you. But be careful with how you word that. Yeah, because that can attract.
No, what I'm saying is that I get like a fresh sense of relief, right? When I go to a customer's house, they're like, oh, you're quite young. And they're shocked that I'm the owner of the business as well, right? Yeah. So it's like, it's completely different compared to, they get a scruffy 40, 50, 60-year-old tradesperson to come in, right? That doesn't really listen to them, doesn't really communicate well, not educated too much, right? Like most tradespeople are. It's a breath of fresh air for them. When I come in, they might see, as I said, they've seen us on TikTok, social media. I got, for one podcast I done with Kazi, Property by Kazi, I literally closed 6 jobs from that. They said, I loved your podcast, you spoke really well, can you come in and give us a quote? Quoted, job closed. So
you're trying to grow the business, so you've got 3 vans on the road at all times. You said the 4th van usually goes out around the summer.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we haven't got enough installs for the 4th van or the 4th work.
But you're spending 8K a month. You should be at max capacity.
Not 8K a month. Remember, in summer, we don't even hit our cap now in marketing spend. So it's like 5K, 6K maybe now.
How many jobs do you do on average a week?
Well, the repair van maybe does like 5, 6 a day. So my father's van.
So the repair van, so he goes out and repairs
repairs, might do a maintenance here and there.
Okay.
And the install van's obviously 1, but on average, maybe in the total month, they might do 25, because they might do like a maintenance in the morning quickly, then go and do an install. So maybe 20 to 25 they do in a month.
So we're at 1.3 million, we're trying to get to 2 million. You've got a van theoretically that's parked up, and this is over the summer, and you're only doing your main spend over the summer months, because obviously that's when the majority of people usually want aircon.
From like March,
March it flies until September, October.
September, October, yeah.
You say you're the sales guy, right? So if I rang your office now and I wanted some information, what would happen?
My boys will give it to you in the office. It depends on the, obviously, caliber of information.
So I'm going to ring up and I'm going to ask them about, I want air conditioning in my house, and I want air conditioning in the bedroom and in the kitchen and in the living room area. Can they answer me all the questions without you?
80%. I trained them up to do that, right?
They would then
book you in for a survey, a virtual survey or a site survey.
So I'm going to ring them. How quick would they be able to get me a survey done in North London?
Maybe that same day.
How confident are you if I ring them up, they're gonna deliver?
Very confident, yeah. Either today, but within 24 hours, they'll try book you in. Give them a call. I've trained them.
Call them?
Yeah.
Hello, and thank you for calling Debonair Cooling, London's favourite air conditioning installers. Please stay on the line, and one of our team members will assist you shortly. Please note, this call may be recorded for training and monitoring purposes.
Okay, good start.
Your call is currently at queue position 1.
Good afternoon, this is Adam from Debonair Cooling. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi, I wonder if you can. I've got a flat in Mill Hill, and I'm looking to have a couple of air conditioning units fitted.
Yeah, of course. What we need to do is we need to do a site survey for you, and then we'll be able to advise on how we do it for you.
Okay, so what's the next step?
Just pretty much booking in a survey free of charge, and then our surveyor will come out on site, and then he'll be able to explain how we'd run the pipes, how we'd pretty much install the unit for you.
How much knowledge do you know on this? So if I want an aircon unit for the bedroom and one for the kitchen, what sort of units do you have? What makes do you deal with?
Yeah, so we deal with Daikin and Mitsubishi, which are the best on the market, and they come with Wi-Fi as well, if you're interested in that.
Okay, and what sort of money am I looking at, and when could it be done? So when you do the survey, how long is it usually from getting someone to actually come in and do the job?
We could do a survey as early as next week. We're just fully booked out on surveys this week.
Okay, how much is usually an air conditioning unit for a bedroom and for a kitchen?
I could only give you like a rough estimate. I can't guarantee you that it will be the price that I give you, okay?
Okay, just a rough approximate ballpark figure so I know what I'm working to.
Because you want 2 units, we can have the option of putting 2 outdoor units. Every indoor unit needs an outdoor unit.
Right.
And we have the option of putting both the indoor units under one outdoor unit, so that way it's just better, like visually pleasing. So I'll give you a price on one outdoor unit, since that's what we usually provide for all our clients,
right,
to make it like simple, nice look. And looking at the prices, let me just. So I just need to calculate it.
How much should he be at? How much should he be at?
So we're looking
4.5, 5.
3,500 to 4,000 pounds for both units.
For both units, that's for the kitchen and that's for the bedroom, yeah?
Yeah, that's the price range we're looking around.
Okay, fine. Sorry, what's your name?
Idin.
Idin.
I-D-I-N.
Okay, I'm going to give you a call back. Thank you very much for your help.
No problem. Looking forward to hearing from you again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
I was my brother, by the way.
Is it really?
19 years old, yeah.
You can tell he's young. He answered the questions. He gave me a price. He made sure that he told me that that would not be a confirmed price, because that is so important. If you were rating that call out of 10, where would you rate that?
For my standards, 6.
Yeah, I think that's fair. 6. I think that's fair. I think he answered enough questions. I think.
But he wasn't confident. He does need some work. My brother's communication is not the best. I've told him time and time again. And the way he answered some of the questions, I wouldn't have answered.
I would have qualified the customer. He didn't qualify me at all in any way.
Yeah.
Didn't get any of my details and just let me go. So now if I don't phone back,
exactly,
that lead's dead. Okay, but I think a 6 out of 10 is fair.
Yeah, I'm definitely it's something I'm going to be working on.
While we took a short break,
Arya didn't waste any time in giving his brother some feedback.
We need to sit down and work on your phone calls a lot. For example, you didn't close the call, you didn't get the information, and the way you were communicating certain stuff, you weren't as confident.
Arya clearly has his head in the right place with the systems he's set up. From here, it's all about fine-tuning and staying consistent. The final takeaway is learning how to carry yourself, especially in a world of social media, because with great power comes great responsibility. I think overall, based on what you've told me and what you're showing me, I think you've got a really good business. I think you've got a good business. You're making money. You clearly know your industry for someone that's 27 years old. So you are young, but you're doing bits, you're doing well. You've got your dad alongside you, so if you do need help, he can help you. Where I'd be careful is burning your bridges in the industry. I've done that in the past. Granted, people have pushed me, okay, and I've a little bit like you, a little bit cocky, a little bit arrogant, and I feel they're coming for me, so I'm gonna go all guns blazing and attack them. Yeah, I've done that. I learned very quickly, you know what, sometimes it's quite nice to have allies in the industry if you feel they're gonna add value to your business. We now move on to the social media side.
Yeah.
Social media can be ruthless.
Absolutely.
It can be amazing on one hand, but if someone wants to come for you, or if someone wants to call you out, social media, you're exposed. Because I have a big social media, I'm a name, I'm a face, I'm a brand. I've done a lot of things over the years in the car world. To get a bite, we name drop Yanni, we name drop Yiannimize, because they're like, well, if you name drop him, that's gonna get the traction and it gives you the clout. You understand? So you gotta be very, very careful there. You're saying it's not sexy, yeah? Daniel Asheville. You know Daniel?
Of course.
If you look at him, what he done for his industry, he made it sexy.
Absolutely. Now, he's done amazing for his industry, and I know a lot of people were happy to see his downfall as well.
But his downfall online is not necessarily his downfall in real life.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I can't really go into his world, but Daniel's my brother. People make it a lot more than what it actually really is, because they don't know the facts. What they want the highlights, so it sounds great to see a big title. And it's like, oh yeah, we can knock this person down, because people build you up.
But that's social media for you, and this is completely different, right?
I look at someone like DJ AG. DJ AG has worked with everyone, and all of a sudden now, oh, how much is he making? So people want to be the same as you, but the minute they feel that you're making more money or better than them, they want to bring you down. And that's DJ AG, that's Matt Armstrong. I've seen it now. You see the negativity, but
there's always negative people in this life that you can't.
Can you handle that? Because you're quite fiery.
Yeah.
So if someone's coming for you on social media, are you gonna be able to control yourself?
I just ignore it, to be fair. Like I had,
do you?
My first, yeah, I'll tell you, my first few videos on social media actually started last year, start of 2025. Basically, I went to a Turkish restaurant. I said, look at the state of this ice machine, this and that. Everyone in the comments said, why is he cleaning the filters in the sink? Why is he doing this? This is ridiculous what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. I just ignore them, to be fair. I don't really.
Sometimes it does get
you. Yeah, of course.
The chain on A Jewelers. I got robbed nearly 10 years ago in my house and tied up.
I heard it, yeah.
You gotta be careful. Do you want to attract that sort of negativity? And this is me talking from, but I was 10 times more than you with regards to the watches and the jewellery. In the car industry, I'll always have a big car and a flash car, because that's what I do for a living. If you had your house and you had the best aircon in there, no one can say nothing to you, because that's what you do.
Spawn.
But the jewellery and other stuff, do you really need to put that on social media? That doesn't show success, that doesn't show wealth, that shows flash. Absolutely. You understand? Success can be shown in so many other ways if you want to show it.
The chain and the car and the watch, they don't mean anything to me. I rate myself on my character, the way I've been raised, the way I treat people. That chain is just something I've wanted for a long time. I've told them, they know I've been going back and forth with them for like 4 or 5 years. I said, when I get the money right, I'm gonna come to you guys. And I paid it over a course of a few months with that chain, right? I had a ledger with them that I built up.
But that is you knowing that, but online.
But that's not my problem for them to know. They don't know the real me, right? That's social media.
They don't need to know. What I'm trying to say is trying to understand how social media works.
Absolutely.
And if you are built for social media, because some people are not built for social media. You've got me, I'm sitting in front of you. What do you want me to tell you?
I feel like this convo was more than enough, just going back and forth with you.
Has it opened your eyes? Has it made you think differently? Because this is what I always try and do. I like people to think differently. When they sit with me, I want them to leave inspired, but also...
I'm inspired anyways by what you've done. Don't get me wrong, Andy. Like what you've done with the business and how you built it up, right? A service-based industry in a day. Yeah, your one's more sexy, but still it's a service-based industry, car wrapping, and see what you've done with the cars, with everything, how you built your social media. Like that's what I inspire to kind of be like, I've spoken about it time and time again. I feel like I can go through that path as well, and show people that obviously my business is more boring, but through a boring business, you can have fun, you can grow your business, you can have the life that you envision and dream of. So obviously I think a lot of people are getting money in the wrong ways nowadays. So obviously I want to show people that, you know what, just being a good person, getting money in the right way, you can have a good life as well. So
I'm going to ask you one final question.
yeah.
What's more important to you? Happiness or financial freedom?
Financial freedom. I feel like a man's happiness isn't really too important. If my financial freedom can provide for other people's happiness, makes me happy. See my mom and dad happy, see my brother happy, providing for people around me, doing charitable work, that's what brings me happiness, you know? So my happiness, end of the day, I push it to the side. I don't really care for it. Of course I want to be happy, but end of the day, I have a mission, and financial freedom is a lot more important to me. Just giving back to people around me is more important, you know? So, yeah.
Arya, it's been great.
I appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you. Business.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming down. I appreciate you.
Thank you,
And
thank you.
I wish you all the best. I want to hit you back up in 6 months' time.
For sure, for sure.
I want to see where this business is at and where you've taken it.
For sure.
I assume it's going to the moon.
It sure will.
Good luck. It's good. Let's see some food. If you've got a business and you want to be on our next YouTube video, use the email on screen or in the description below.